So we are going to be previewing the Brownlow. The Brownlow
Let's go.
this year is going to be a bit of a non-spectacle, bit of a das. It's going to be via Zoom. You're going to need a password. It's not going to be great. So we're going to be here for the next half hour, and we're just going to guide you through it, just real gently, real quietly as well.
Yes,
a lot of stuff that's been going on. Who we reckon is going to get top 3 and all that sort of stuff. So let's send it over to Beach.
Nice.
What are we thinking?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna take you through the teams, and then we're gonna give you our top 10 and our top 3 at the end, and a few smokies along the way. So let's kick it off with probably the worst performance of the year club wise. But we'll start off with the Adelaide Crows. Who we thinking is gonna top their votes, and probably like second or third, even though you probably can't pick out as many players as that. So.
I've got Rory Laird. Now, who I think should be their top vote getter should be Riley O'Brien, but he won't be their top vote getter.
So, I actually didn't think about Riley O'Brien.
Oh, didn't you? I think he could. Well, I don't know. I still think Laird, but I think he could sneak some votes. Yeah. I think he obviously won their BNF, and I think he's been
did Riley O'Brien win their BNF? Okay,
that's how much. That's how much.
That's how much we care about the Adelaide Crows on this show.
Yeah,
but
I got Laird polling most votes for them, and I got Matty Crouch in second. What do you guys thoughts on that?
Yeah, I rate it.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it has to be Laird by mile. I think Riley O'Brien's a ruckman, so he's not going to get votes. It's as simple as that. Like I was reading something today on the AFL app that they reckon Ravy O'Brien's only going to get have one game where he has a chance to get a vote.
Yeah,
and that was against Hawthorn, ironically.
Yeah,
obviously because we put up an absolute stinker on it.
We didn't lose first to them. We love that.
We got McAvoy playing in backline, going up against John Segler, who reckon he's getting another year. Anyway, we're not going into that.
He's getting another year. Whoa.
All right, so that's Adelaide. Moving into Brisbane, we're just going to keep Neely out of the equation because he's favourite by a mile. Second for Brisbane, I've got Jared Lyons.
Yeah, same, but I'd really like to see Harris Andrews get up there because I think he's had a phenomenal year. But unfortunately, I think as a man in the back, he probably won't poll as well. But I'd love to see him come up as second for them.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, fullbacks have less of a chance of ruckman than getting votes. It's just ridiculous.
It's depressing.
It's up there. Harris Andrews is probably their second best player, but he's not going to get votes just purely because he does a lot of spoiling work rather than actually getting possession. So the umpires don't see that. They see the midfielders getting the ball. So of course they're gonna give it to Lyons. Lyons will be second, probably Zorko third, I think. So
yeah, I rate that. Yeah, definitely. That's how I see it.
Yep. Next up, we've got Carlton. Now, this is an interesting one for me because on Bet Easy and whatnot, they've got Cripps paying better than Walsh, and I think Walsh has had a better season than Cripps.
Yep,
100%. Yeah, jinx.
I think.
So the thing is with this though, which I think Cripps could potentially poll better, is when Cripps had a good game, he had a very good game, so he would probably get 3 votes.
Yeah.
Whereas Walsh was just consistent in every game. So will Walsh actually get votes for that consistency? That's the question.
I still reckon he does. I reckon he'll probably hold the most votes for us. I think when Cripps has been off and we've lost, or even when we've won, he hasn't really had too much of an influence in games. So she's just been consistent through all the games.
Yeah, so I think the only game that Cripps will probably poll 3 votes was in round 1 against Richmond. I think Cripps dominated that game.
Yeah, he was one of our best players.
He played all year. So yeah,
let's just hope there's no Chris Judd moments.
But yeah, mate, for the Blue Boys, just a bit off topic. Big Jackie Hughes is invited to the Brownlow.
Yes. He might be winning an award.
What a legend. So I'm guessing he's already been invited because he got a nomination for goal of the year.
Yeah, that's right. But we love that.
He got invited. I just want him to get. Surely, for kicking into the winning goal, you get 1 vote. Surely he gets a vote for that.
Yeah.
He has
for content like this that I brought my popcorn here.
Yeah.
Russell. I don't know. I don't want to burst the bubble.
I know he won't get a vote, but I just wish he did.
He has to. He has to.
Yeah.
It was out of bounds.
Yeah, look. Yeah, that'll be funny. If he pulls 3 votes from that game just for kicking a goal after the siren, that's ridiculous. So
I would love that.
next up we've got the mighty Magpies. Who you guys got finishing 1-2 here? I think it's pretty obvious, but what are you guys' thoughts?
Jerry.
I've got Adams Pendles.
Yep.
That's how I see it. Adams is he's
Standout, yeah.
Yeah, standout year, and he was already like playing solid, but
yeah,
he's stamped himself this year. Definitely, rated, and obviously BNF winner for the Pies as well.
Yeah,
Pendle's second, and I think like the thing with the Pies is they have all like Maynard and Chris who are all backmen, so it's like they've all played well, but they can't. I don't see them getting much votes.
Darcy Moore, it's the same thing as Harris Andrews.
It's
Darcy
the consistency.
Darcy Moore's had a ripper year, but because he's a backman, he's not going to poll votes. So all right, well that's pretty obvious, that one. We got Essendon next. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh boy.
Who is going to be top for Essendon?
I reckon. I was gonna say McGrath, but I reckon McGrath. Like, I actually don't know who else is gonna poll.
You're an idiot.
Like,
Merritt.
McGrath, yes.
Yeah,
Chloe onto it. Merritt's their only good. Like McGrath's good. Don't get me wrong, but Merritt is touching the ball every week.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So he'll poll more votes.
Yeah, that's a good call. Cool.
Merritt's actually my smoky.
Ooh.
So I know Essendon have been very up and down, but yeah, it's so tough. I think he I've got 2 smokers. I got him and I got another person, but I think I don't think he'll come first, but I reckon he's a chance to top 4.
Yeah, fair enough. It could happen. It's always obviously hard when you don't win enough games, but who knows? You never know. There's always potential. I mean, 5 won the Brownlow when Fremantle won 5 or 6 games. So you never know. Stranger things.
And moving on to the Freos.
Freos.
What are you guys' thoughts on that? I think it's again pretty obvious. I don't know. Second, I've got a name down here, but I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, pretty common sense. Fife is the top, and second, I don't know who's second. I'm not sure.
I reckon Brayshaw.
I think it's between. Excuse me. I think it's between Brayshaw and Mundy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Mundy had a great year actually.
That's Mundy.
I actually had to research it because I was reading an article and they said Mundy will poll well, and I had to look at his stats, and he's had a very good year for Freo.
He has.
Bit of an underrated year as well. Like he hasn't really. The man's fucking 45, and he just keeps on playing well. So he can't play shit games. So if he was playing for the Pies, it would have been good. But
we've got Geelong next up. Again, pretty obvious. They bat second.
Danger.
Butler.
Is that obvious though? Like, is it got to you got to remember? There's also obviously Guthrie made All Australian. There's also Duncan who's had a good year. There's also Meningola.
I think it's obvious for number 1 for Danger, but number 2 could be a few.
Could be anyone. Yeah, it could be any one of those listed. To be honest,
I've got Meningola here, but like you said, Guthrie made All Australian. So
yeah. Well, you got to think who stands out more that the umpires are going to see. Probably, I would go with Meningola as well. I'm with you.
Oh, really? I thought Guthrie, honestly, for that reason.
You could go either way.
I think it can go either way.
Yeah, Duncan as well. Duncan's a smoke.
Duncan's
Duncan's a good smoky.
He goes under the radar.
Yeah,
I didn't have him as my smoky. Fuck.
And moving on to the next team and the GOAT, Matty Real, Gold Coast Suns.
He's getting votes.
Matty Real has played 5 games this year? Six or 7. How many every games he's played? He played 3 games in a row. He's polling 3 votes every 3 of those games he played.
100%.
So, and believe it or not, playing 3 games and he's going to be top vote getter, I think, for Gold Coast. So
I know how crazy.
I remember that game against Adelaide. Like watching that game, I had so much fun watching him. Like he's
young.
gonna kill it for years to come, obviously. So, who do you reckon? You guys have anything second for the Gold Coast, or is it just basically whoever?
I got one name here, and a lot of people might say Took Miller.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm saying Hugh Greenwood.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I rate that.
I'd rate. Yeah, I'd rate Hugh Greenwood over Took Miller purely based on the fact that Hugh Greenwood had some very big games where he would have definitely polled votes, whereas Took Miller was Took Miller was just consistent throughout the year.
Fair enough. No, I like that.
Yeah. GWS is the next team. This again. It's like the Cripps and Walsh one. This one for me goes either way. I got two names here. I got Whitfield and Josh Kelly.
Okay.
Josh Kelly missed a period of time, and so did Whitfield. But I think Whitfield pips him just, but that again could go either way. So what are your thoughts on that one?
Whitfield, yes. Josh Kelly, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I feel like he could lose out a second spot to someone. As much as I hate this dude, probably lose out second to Toby Green. Yeah, it's a bit. They're a really interesting one. I'm going to be very intrigued to see what happens here.
Yeah, Toby Green's an interesting one because when he plays well, he's polling 3 votes.
Yeah, and like looking at I was having a fuss with the Brownlow predictor, and he's only tipped to poll in 4 matches.
Yeah, well,
so pretty quiet.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that one? Is there any other players that could squeeze in there?
I've just got Whitfield.
I don't think so. It depends because, as we say, though, you got to remember it's the players that have really good games. Like Toby Green could be one that could be up there as well.
What about Carlton's new man?
Zachary.
No. I don't think so.
Fair enough.
He was he even that good this year? He was okay this year, but he wasn't he was consistently okay. He wasn't consistently amazing. So I don't think he's polling many votes. I think he's polling about 5 votes.
It's close because Whitfield got injured, round 1 or 2, and he missed a segment of probably
it was pretty early
weeks or something like that. So, and then in a season that was so short as well, for me that goes either way. Moving on to my Hawkers, not many good players to talk about here, but I got Tom Mitchell. I think he'll win it. Even though he had a pretty average year for me, I think he'll come one. And I think interesting one, but I think I've got Wingard coming second. I was actually speaking to my old man about this. That based on championship data, all Australian team, if they base it on championship data, Luke Bruce and Chad Wingard make it to the 22.
Yeah, I don't rate that.
Yeah,
at
so
all.
Obviously it's based on champion data, whatever. But yeah, so I've got Wingard. I felt like he was quiet, but looking back at it, I think he still kicked 17, 18 goals, and I feel like for a season that was so up and down, I felt like he had a good season. So.
Would Amira be up there as well? How many games did Amira play?
No, he won't be.
No. Okay.
Sorry, just straight out. He won't be up there. This is another interesting one. I think a lot of people will obviously put one above the other, but the D's. I got Petrarca.
Yeah,
you can't go past Petrarca. I think second's interesting because Maxi Gorn never seems to poll a lot of votes.
Exactly.
Does Maxi Gorn get it, or does Oliver get second? I'm gonna say Oliver gets second.
I think Oliver.
I've written
not
down
based on who's the better player, but just based on literally who I think will get votes because of the past.
Yeah, I've written down Gorn, but I'm the same as you. Gorn's had dominant seasons the last few seasons, and he hasn't seemed to poll well at all. So,
I think it was last year that I thought I actually tipped him to win the Brownlow and he didn't even get close.
Yeah,
so.
He played well. Yeah, well, that was funny. Yeah.
And he had a huge season last year.
But yeah, I think Oliver might pip him, but who knows? And this one, I'm very unsure. I scribbled out nearly the whole column because I did not. But North Melbourne, I have absolutely no clue. No idea. I've written down 5 names. I've written down Jed Anderson, Todd Goldstein, Higgins, Simpkin, Polick. I'd say Goldie, but then Ruckman don't poll well. Simpkin's been up and down. Higgins and Polick both didn't play like the last few rounds, and Higgins was playing off half back.
Yeah.
I think Jed Anderson will poll the most votes for him. But I have got absolutely no idea. Like it's
Yeah,
one.
I think it's between. I think it's got to be between Anderson and Simpkin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Simpkin. I think he's had a. I don't want to say, mate. It's literally grasping at straws here. But I think Simpkin's played well, better than Anderson in terms of this year. So I'll just say Simpkin.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like it could go to honestly like any of them, just because North have been so poor this season. I think like same with Squall. Like on merit, I reckon Goldstein. But knowing how the rucks poll, I reckon I'm with Jez actually. I reckon Simpkin might take it out.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree with Jez and Chloe as well. I think Simpkin too.
Nice. Moving on to Port Adelaide next. Again, I feel like there's a clear winner here. But second, again, I'm not too sure. Could go a lot of ways. I've got Boak finishing top of their list. And then I've written down Wines, but Wines has been good, but so have a lot of other Port Adelaide players. So I don't know who finished the second for them.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't have the slightest clue. It could be between about 5 or 6. Seriously.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother tipping who I think will finish second.
You got Ollie Wines, who's
Rockcliffe,
had a good season.
I think could poll well.
You got Pau
Gray.
Robbie Gray's last month was unreal.
Yeah.
You got a lot of players there that could go into that second spot. So that'll be interesting. Tigers next. Only a few more to go. Tigers left. Got and this is an interesting one. I don't even have Dusty finishing in my top 10. But I've got Dusty there because his name's Dusty. Pretty much. That's
I'll write that. Yeah, his name's Dusty. That's pretty much how he's going to get votes.
And then for second, I've got interesting one about I've got Shea Bolton.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. He's been very good this year.
Yeah, well, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if somehow Shea Bolton pulls more votes than Dusty.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think the thing with Dusty, he's been influential. There's been a few games where he's been very influential, so he'll get 3 votes, whereas Bolton will get he'll get 1 or 2 votes here and there. Like he won't have really games where he gets 3 votes as such.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
St Kilda next. We got a few very good players. I got Steele way above everyone else. But then another issue with the ruckman. Rowan Marshall's had a great year. Paddy Ryder's also had a really good year. Zach Jones again had a pretty good year as well. So I don't know what order that goes in, but I feel like you'd go Zach Jones based off ruckman don't get votes.
Yeah, I agree. I think you'd have to go Steele and Jones. Jones has had a really good year anyway, so I think he deserved to finish second overall in the votes for Saints.
Another interesting one. Moving on to the next team, we've got the Swannies. Again, a very interesting one. I got 3 names. I got Parker, Josh Kennedy, and Jake Lloyd. And based off stats, I think Jake Lloyd should poll votes. But we just know that they love midfielders. It's just it is what it is. They love midfielders. So I've got Parker just over Josh Kennedy and Lloyd. Lloyd hopefully.
I think Kennedy was out for long enough that Lloyd should hopefully at least overtake Kennedy.
Yeah.
And it's down to me that I'm looking at the odds and all that Kennedy was the favourite to take it out. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope Lloyd takes it out. He's been clearly their best player. So
yeah.
I know his last month wasn't great, and I know he's a forward, but he's obviously a small forward. Does Papley poll any votes?
No. Maybe a couple here and there in the first half of the year, but that's it.
Similar sort to Butler.
I think overall, it's a shame because I reckon Kennedy's had a really good year, but sort of dropped off. Similar with Lloyd, but vice versa. Yeah. And I think Parker's going to take it out. He had such a really, really good season. He's expecting to poll in I think about 5 games from memory. So, and then a couple of those, I reckon he's going to get all 3 votes. So I think it'll be a bit tough to beat for this one.
Yep. We'll go straight to you, Chloe. What are your thoughts on the doggies here? We got
you forgot a team, dude. If we're going to keep our alphabetical order going.
What?
West Coast.
No, they go last.
No, they don't.
W.
Yeah.
Western.
Spell
West
out
Coast.
West Coast.
West Coast. Western.
West. Hang on.
Yes, West Coast are
Oh
last.
no, you're right. You're right.
Thanks,
I've got,
Thanks, Over Newton. Cheers for that.
No. Hang
Thanks,
on,
Mr. Lowry. Love ya.
No. It's because alphabetical order West, like the word West, it stops. So then automatically West Coast goes first because Western is a longer word.
Yep.
So I'm right. Fuck you. Don't try and English me.
But
thanks,
Mr. Lowry. Thank you.
Oh, Paul. We love Paul here. We love Paul on the potty.
You know what? Let's do Bulldogs anyway.
Yeah.
So straight to me. So look, like I was a little bit surprised because quite a lot of the the articles and predictions I read had Bont polling first, and like don't get me wrong, he's had an awesome season, probably one of his best ones to date.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't think he'll poll the highest for us.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like consistency, I think McRae is going to do really well. Again, as we've spoken about as a mid, I think, out of all of them, Caleb Daniel should be the one polling the most votes, but, because he's a back line, he obviously took out, the Dogs best and fairest, so he'll be up there. But just with the way the umpires work, he's not gonna finish first. I reckon it's gonna be McRae, Bont, Daniel, or Libba, actually. I reckon he'll poll a cheeky few as well.
Yeah, I did put McRae first again. Just purely because he's a ball winner. But if it was based off influential, I'll say Bont pips him. But
mate, we're on the potty. Don't fucking be talking shit.
Yes, that'll be great. That'll be great. If you guys haven't heard of the game, actually, play Among Us. Very good. Good plug.
Download it, Chloe. If you don't know what it is.
Download it on your phone.
What is it? Like what
download
is
it. Just download it.
It says imposter
what is it?
We'll explain after
this chat, mate.
We'll explain after the potty. All good.
Okay.
Right. So we got McRae, and then West Coast, interesting one again with another ruckman in there. I've got three names. I got Tim Kelly, Andrew Gaff, and Nick Nat.
Not Kennedy.
Gaff.
Kennedy? No.
Really?
Forward. Yeah, forward. No. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd probably put Gaff as number one, and then probably.
Unless you're kicking 100 goals in a season, you're not winning the Brownlow.
Yeah. No,
that's
right.
that's a very good point.
That is a great point. That's exactly right.
Like Buddy kicked 100 goals in the 2008 season, and fucking Adam Cooney won the Brownlow.
Yes.
I've got.
I feel like the equivalent to a forward kicking 80 goals is a midfielder being the best midfielder in the comp, surely. But anyway.
Yeah.
What
Discuss
the fuck is this?
All right. Well.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, regardless, I still think Kennedy will poll pretty well.
Russ has added me into a Among Us chat. I can tell. All right,
what is going on?
What are we going to do? Are we going to do top 10, top 3, top 5? What are we doing? And
Mate,
Smokies.
I reckon just a quick top 3 and then wrap it up.
Smokies.
Yeah, I didn't have a top 10.
Smokies.
Smokies, all right. I'll start off. Smokey, Taylor Adams. He's had a great year. A lot of the Collingwood midfield have struggled and he's risen, so he'll poll very well.
Yeah.
He could potentially get in the top 3, if not win it, if the umpires somehow don't give nil votes.
Yeah. Jez?
Yeah, I just said out of left field, just went Fifey. Just a real out of left field operation, but I like Fife. Reckon he'll poll all right. So, yeah.
Chloe?
I had the same as Jez, honestly. I thought Fife out of all of them could probably pull off a Smoky, especially considering in other years where he hasn't been as influential but still polled extremely well.
Mm-hmm. I got Zach Merritt, and my other one that I was going to say is Trav Boak. So, he's not really a Smoky. But Neil is a favourite, but Boak had a very, very good first half of the year. So,
cool.
Anyway, who's closing? I'm not closing. Jez, finish us off. Let's go.
Is that it? What about top 3?
Top 3.
Shit.
Hey, you just
top 3.
All right, top 3. Neil, Petrarca, Adams, Jez, top 3, quick.
Neil Truck Boak. He wants to play bloody Among Us, so let's get it going.
Yeah, Neil Boak Petrarca.
B, top 3.
Neil Boak. Neil Steele Petrarca.
All right, Jerry, close us off.
Mate, I'm getting the call up from Russ. He wants to play this game. I've been absolutely rushed here. I'm bamboozled. I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely bloody annoyed. Thanks for watching this Brownlow chat. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
Sunday night.
Yeah, so
we're straight after the Brownlow, we're getting into it.
I don't know if Beach is going to get. Are you going to upload it on Sunday, Beach?
What?
Why wouldn't he, mate?
Us talking on, or are you going to save it till Monday?
Yeah.
Why would he save it, mate? The whole purpose of us doing
He might be tired. He might be a tired boy.
Uploaded on Sunday night.
He might be a tired boy, Russ. He's very tired.
Oh, you're a funny man, Jess.
Mate, he's had a lot of stuff going on.
Weird tips tonight. You've given some weird shit. That we love your work.
Mate, he's got a ton of shit going on. But all right, so we'll see you guys on Sunday night. We'll have it basically after the Brownlow. We'll have about an hour chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We love giving you this type of content. So subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube as well. Comment as well. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And just give us tons of discussion. We're loving the love you guys are giving us. So thank you.
Okay, no.
Mate, I just want to tell the fans. You're giving us love.
See you later.
I just want to tell the fans. I'll see you guys.
But now you're gone.